first moved into Ocean City, people were saying I was at 28th Street, and they said, how's he ever going to make it all the way out of town like that? Well, guess what? We had a great landlord in Bryce and Shirley Phillips. They had a real good time. This may or may not be pertinent, but I came to Ocean City the year after the big storm in '62. My sister was working down there the year before that and gave me a clue, so I came in '62. Nope, it was a storm that year, so I waited a year till '63. Opened up a drugstore down there. I was the third one in, and it was a whole different milieu there. And one of the first things I sold down there, I sold everything that was made, was a aluminum skateboard with roller skate steel wheels on them. And I mean, they were slick. And I had a lot of fun. I'd ride that surfboard, not the board, but the little skateboard up and down the aisles, you know. And the jobbers would come in and say, what on earth are you doing? I said, take a look. At that time, there was a handful of people on longboards, just a handful. And they looked like they were having fun to me. So in '69, my lease was up, and then the Phillipses built that shopping center at 22nd Street, and Sam Toston built the shopping center at 28th Street. I thought, this looks better at 22nd Street than it does at 28th. So I moved in there, and my neighbor right next door to me was Spider Wright. His real name is Edward. I guess I'm talking out of school now. He was a longboarder and had a lot of fun. So there was a group of them together, and they said, you know what, we have these guys that are down here, and they were all about 16, I guess, 18. He said, we'd like to get a team together, but we don't know how to identify ourselves. I said, well, what do you think? I said, how about jackets? Yeah, great idea. I said, all right, get what you want. And I said, sure, I sponsor that. That's good advertising for me. You know, I needed all I could get in those days because the marketing in that resort area was very limited. Because in those days, it was Memorial Day to Labor Day, and not even the first 2 weeks of June were at nothing. It's changed it all now. So that's how I got involved in that. I'll tell you, it was a good mob. It was not a motley mob at all. Not a motley among them. The most well-known is Jim Purdue, who is, of course, you see him on television even now at Purdue Chicken. He took over after his father finally retired. Mitch Whiteley is a dean of men, I believe, over at St. Paul's School for Boys over in Baltimore. And I saw him, I guess 3 or 4 years ago. And we were talking, he had a lot of fun memories. Skip Valliant and a fellow named Higgins. Did everybody ever get me on the surfboard? No. And the reason is, not because I was chicken. I wasn't chicken. I was working. You know, in those days, you worked from 9 in the morning till at least 9 at night. But in those early, and sometimes we were there till 11. And I worked 7 days a week. One for each child that I had. I had 7 children. So there was none of that.